Hello everyone, Myrmonden here. So I just come for the literally just jumped in. Fixed the sounder. Yeah, there we go. So yes, I just come for the game a little later. So anyway, of course today, right? Princess Yuri, I'm sure she'll come and say that. That's my guess, right? So I think of course we saw Anaak, we saw Endorsi, right? They're all stuck there in the cave, right? Or they can't be betrayed, but I mean, I really expect Endorsi, right? I really don't expect Endorsi to, of course, try to kill Anaak, right? I think she actually likes her. I think she genuinely likes her, right? So I absolutely expect her to take the weapon, right? And try to stab him or something like that, right? And I feel she genuinely likes her, yeah. It's a kind of princess bond or something. And that gave me to who's going to say that. I would guess Yuri, right? So because we saw last week, we saw Yuri jumping in something, right? So I think that's gonna be my typical anime takeover, right? Like Yuri's gonna appear and see the things, whatever. So Yuri's probably gonna appear right, and jump in and save them. That's my guess. And I'll say one thing before I watch too. So when I was searching for a Yuri image, the first I got this thing. So I said, yeah. So of course, Princess, right, and Yuri. So we get the two most famous princesses. Right? You get Zelda and Peach kissing. Yeah, it's like, okay, yeah, of course. And that's what you get when you Google Yuri. Anyway, let's start watching it. So 3, 2, 1, and go. So here we go. But yeah, but I think that to me, it's a typical anime thing, right? Yuri is probably gonna save them. That would be my guess. But here we go. Yeah, opening immediately. So yeah, so I'm tired. I just went home from the gym, and it was kind of funny because it's been raining for like 2 days straight now, and I go to an outhouse gym, right? Such as outhouse gym, and everything there is made by wood, right? Wood and some metal chains, basically. So it's like super big logs, and they're extra heavy when they are water logs, right? Because they get, they absorb all the water. So I went to this biggest. They have this massive log that's 2 times 60 kilograms, so it's 120 kilograms logs. Which like basically no one can lift except me, literally, because I weigh 130 kilograms, so you need to basically be in that weight. You need to weigh, yeah. So anyway, so no one has touched that log apparently. So it's raining constantly, right? Sun's up. So I take this massive log, just before now that, and I push it, everything higher up, because it's super heavy. So I make all that water apparently on the log fly off. so the guy next to me gets hit by like 3 gallons of water. I completely drenched the guy next to me because all the water flies off this weight machine and hits him in the face. So I was like, yep, power. so it's super heavy. I was run to push that log. Oh man, it was beautiful. I was like, shoot everything into his face. It was magical. So I'm very thirsty. It's my spinach juice. But anyway, here we go. So Bam and Rachel, yeah, they're in the water date. I'm like, they have a date or something. They're like, I love you, yeah, I don't know. I just feel for them it's like a nice trip with me. It's like, yeah, this is nice. It's like, hey girl, yeah, it's like, they have a nice date. That is less nice. Okay, so let's see. I think she's gonna stab him, right? Come on, she's gonna stab the girl. She likes Anaak. She's faking it. She's faking it. This is a fake push, fake out. I mean, he's gonna save them. He might save them, but I'm like, this guy. I mean, he's a pretty cool character, but I don't think he has enough, strength to have any chance at all. This might be Yuri. I knew he's like, I feel someone with power! He's like, yes, it's Yuri! There we go, yes! I'm like, he feels someone with immense power is here, yeah, okay, here we go. Of course, it's Princess Yuri. Someone with... And they're having their... date or something, yeah. So, what are they doing? They're like, oh, yeah, let's touch hands together. This is basically like having, this is anime way of having... smashing, yeah. Everyone knows that. This is a bit of censored smashing now. Come on, she's gonna fake it. There's no way she's gonna kill Anaak. I don't buy it for a second. Yeah, no, she's gonna have to stab him, right? She's just faking it. See, exactly. That's yeah, go on. Ha! Oh, they're back to the comedy bit again. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, I see you smiling. Yeah, it's like, there we go. Then you get the weapons. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so here we go. They're gonna. Of course they were gonna. Come on. I mean, come on. We all knew that there's no way she'll kill Anaak. Come on. We all knew that we were gonna team up, right? Come on. She loves her like a sister or something. Come on. There was no way she was gonna kill her. And they keep having their date. Yeah. Woo, a date. It's a weird episode. He's supposed to be way stronger than them, right? And now she's gonna come to her. I mean, Yuri want the weapon back, right? So I guess primarily about Yuri, and I assume I guess if we save them, right? It's because Yuri wants the weapon, right? Maybe even both the weapons, but I mean, especially her weapon, right? So, I think that would be like like why would she be here, right? It's probably because she wants to take the black back, yeah. And a bunch of goblins, I guess. Exactly. Oh man, I think Miss Shibarak though. Okay, he's gonna run back and fight them. Okay, he's running to fight them. So. He could have he could have dropped off him. He could have dropped him off from the top there also. What? Okay. For comedic effect, he kept him. I don't know, Rags gold. I guess take one of the. Whoa, and it destroys the. Okay. He earns their respect or something. I don't know. Yeah, he hops in there like, yep, it's me. Yeah, it's funny this way. Okay, he's gonna go serious, right? I think, yeah, like, come on, he's gonna be way stronger than this, right? He's gonna go with his true form or whatever. Okay, so kind of. What? I think now it's time for Yuri probably to appear. I think now it's gonna be when Yuri's gonna appear and save her. Yeah, it's like, I wanted to kill too. Come on, I wanted the bonus kill. I get it. Yeah, it's like, 2 birds, 1 stone, right? Yeah. I feel definitely now it's gonna be the time here. Oh, just in drawing there. Ah, here we go. Come on, it's gonna be her now, right? The next princess. Probably? Well, there's so much when rocks at him. So much annoying and throwing pebbles at him. I see. So here it comes. Yeah, here it comes. Yeah, but I mean, we knew she was there, right? So, ooh, they're like, Oneshan! It's more. So she's even like Myrmotos. Yuri, jaha då. Maybe she, maybe she loved Anaak, and I mean Anaak the older, right? Maybe she, loved her mom, right? Yeah, like they could be Tinder. Huh? Yeah, let's see. Ah, there we go. Yeah, is that my sword? Yeah, exactly. He's like, I wanted to give them back to you. Come on, exactly. That's why I'm here, to retrieve the weapons. Come on, I'm just doing my job. It's like, sure. Yeah, like, let me pick at the weapons. Huh. Maybe she won't fight him. Maybe she's gonna be like, nope, I take over. Yeah, give me the weapons and leave. Yeah, maybe she's gonna just. I don't know why these goblins are so hateful against them. I mean, wouldn't they just give up after a while? And have this weird like volcanic, yeah, fish on the back there, kind of. Huh? Okay, so they're all flying. Well, one has wings though, so I mean. Suddenly changed his. I love it. I love how he was so good to change his art, right? And it is like, is this my power? That was one of the best jokes in the anime so far. That he is, not only that he is so stupid, he's like, wow, I can fly. But also, of course, he changed his art style, right? The more like detailed graphical art style. Oh, that was beautiful. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. Oh, here we go. Oof. I feel this is going. I have to say that the Dragon Ball theory is like, you know, crushing the ground, but yeah. It's like someone flexing Dragon Ball, yeah, and they, you know, and all the ki that destroys the ground around them. Well, so Yuri is clearly a lot stronger than. Look at this. Yeah, this thing is like I spit out a lot of worm shit. What? Okay, so there's a kind of hentai. That's the storyline going here. Okay, he's just some kind of weird. And she was like, yeah, whatever, of course. Ooh. Okay, beautiful. There's a lot of blood behind her. Okay, they censored it, but okay. Okay, so Yuri is very, very powerful. And this is having the data there. But yeah, Yuri, okay, she's very powerful. She's like, whatever, I killed them all off. I mean, it was still cool, right? There's a lot of blood behind her, and he's like, okay, so you know, flicker you in your face and get that from that. And they're still, yeah, focusing getting to the top there. I guess she flickered and the whole cave was destroyed. Yeah. She's strong! It's like, thank you, like, I wasn't sure she was wrong, but now she said it. I was like, yeah, she is strong. She is strong now. Again, I wasn't sure before, but now I'm like, she's definitely strong. But yeah, so obviously he made them fly there. And yeah, Coon's plan. But I got this girl, she had like no sweet whatsoever until like last episode, right? A little bit 2 episodes ago. But now she's like one of the main girls, I guess, in the team. She's giving a lot of commentary, she has the voice, and she has so much more screen time now compared to earlier, right? She had like, she was like a background character, she likes his pillow, and yeah, she has a lot more action now. It's kind of supportive, cute girl. Okay, Coon is tired. Exhausted for some reason. Or future Coon? I was like, what was that? They go back to that after in the review, yeah. What was that? It's like, I mean, it's probably like his brother or something, right? Like his Oni-chan, right? I guess. Something like that probably, right? Yeah. Because suddenly behind Coon is like another Coon almost. Okay, here we go. Who is this character? He looks like... I mean, we know about Coon's family to some extent, right? But... yeah, so this is probably like... remember? Something like that. Wait, can't they see that Yuri? With the hairstyle? He's gonna like turn off, yeah. That felt like, okay. So I guess he's, yeah, with her, right? Yeah, like pretty obvious, like, the kicks there. For some reason, it stopped working the cameras. And now I guess it's like Rack and someone attacking the... and I guess she's like standing there giving them the spears. she's the squire, the little squire girl, yeah. She's a supportive character. She gives them their weapons. Yeah, this is very suspicious. Yeah, it's like... really? Yeah, that seemed incredibly... oh, yeah. Well, yes, Coon family, so I mean, they're obviously related. They're clearly related. Because they look almost exactly the same, so... Okay. Outcast 2. It's another kicked out Coon guy. Ooh, interesting. She's so overpowered. I mean, this is like ridiculous. It's not even a fight. Yeah, it's like, oh, whatever. Yeah, so she's incredibly overpowered. Yeah, it's like, whatever. This guy can't even hurt me. They really power creeped, I feel, a lot here. And he was clearly too powerful, you know, for the other pieces, right? They couldn't touch him. And then she appears, and she can touch him, right? And like that, they're really ranking up faster, right? In the power scales here. Well, yeah, I mean, and they probably expect him to be. She's. I mean, this is too easy for her. This is not a fight. It's just her bullying someone. Yeah, it's just seeing Yuri, Sahare owning them. Yeah, it's just. I mean, he's clearly gonna figure out that he's, you know, assisting him, right? It's like, yeah, exactly. It's like, this guy looks very suspicious, I think. Weird translation. He called him more like brother than boss. Yeah, I was interested, yeah. Yeah, you can't help Anaak's daughter, Anaak Junior. Okay, yeah, they want some revenge. Endorsi! So Anaak has to win herself? Maybe. Well, maybe, I mean, maybe he can help out, arguably. Or, okay, or the massive hammer is like... But she said he couldn't interfere. It's like, ah, here's my hammer, though. So I did it with myself or something. I don't know what the rules are there. It felt like a cheating rule. It's like, but if the other person with the, you know, if Kurdan does it, then I'm free. I don't know, but yeah, so Coon is only the... But I mean, I guess here he works with Yuri, right? Probably. As he just turned off the cameras, right? Probably? I guess it could be an accident. It also could be happening on the same time. So turning off. Potentially. Yeah. He's a very, yeah, Mr. Bushido. He's like, yes. Oh, it has to be back to the date. Yeah, the nice cuddly water date. I really feel that they did nothing right. This is the easiest test for these two. They're just like, we are not doing anything except just hanging out together in the water. It's like, yeah, what a hard. That looked kind of crazy how he was like splashed out, right, like a pillow, and then the blood, yeah. And it was like he got so look at him, yeah, like it's like a pillow that he like. Ah, okay, so then finally Ban will have some issues here. Bam or Rachel, they're gonna have to fight the bull. Right. Why would he do that though? I mean, I guess he's generally evil, but I don't know if he cares so much about the... Maybe it's like he hates the irregulars, I guess. Yeah, that would be... Okay, so it's gonna be a battle now for... I assume they have to use their magical power, the sushi here, to fight, right? Because they're in the... Yeah, so in the water. Yeah, so I mean, killing irregular seems to be also, you know, part of their... He's really crushed though. They really just flattened him out on the ground there, man. Oh, and Bam gets bitten there. There's more friendship here. Anaak's like, "He's my friend!" Friendship? And she's like, "Well, I guess if you have the knockout power up, I guess I can't let you go." Well, like, can they beat this thing? I don't know. Man, it has to have to, I guess. Oh. I don't know. I guess you can hit it with like a... It's definitely different. It looks a lot bigger, the bull, I feel, right now in the water. I'm all the guy, it looks like it's 10 times bigger than it was earlier. Okay, let's see, Bam. This is cool. Oh, here we go. A new ability, maybe. It's like on a color list. Oh. But I mean, it's clearly set the color, right? So this is something powerful, something different. Can't Rachel do anything? I mean, I still wonder what she can do, actually. Yeah, can't Rachel use any kind of magic or something? I guess he's gonna kill it from the inside. Oh yeah, he's going, you know... So it reminds me of the beginning of God of Galaxy 2, yeah. Exactly, yeah, he's gonna blast it from the inside, right? The ultimate strategy, right? It's softer on the inside. Everyone knows that. Yeah, you jump into the beast, right? And you kill it from its stomach. Ah, there we go. Very well done, Bam. Oh, she's gonna catch him? Perfect. It's like a perfect landing too. Because she didn't even move. I mean, I don't know how her magical vision works, but I mean, can she like move it a little bit? But she didn't even try. She was like, it cost me perfectly. So okay, yeah, it ended up very, very perfect for him there. And then this dolphin flower thing is like, yeah, okay, it's in there. Okay, so Cap's... Ooh, here we go. Yeah, you get your weapon back if you're strong enough. That's my mama's sword. And gets... Huh? Like a hairpin? 77th floor. Very specific, yeah. That's my home or something, I guess. Like, I live at that floor, so get up there one day. Ooh, we see Best Girl. Yeah, that was my special. He's like, what, Best Girl? Navigator? He's like, what's she doing here? Yeah, she... Ultimate 3 character, right? Exactly, she's Ultimate 3 character. He's like, what's she here for? She is pretending to climb. He's like, go down. Yeah, he's like, what? Yeah. So that interested too, that he was like, noticed that she shouldn't be here. Another, you know, character that's doing something tricky, right? Yeah, he was like, no. What's the Best Girl doing here? No. Clearly something, Yeah, let's jump to the 77th floor. Oh! There! It pushes him out! Why, Rachel? Why? I waited for a betrayal for a while though. Rachel! I waited for her epic betrayal for a while. And I was like, she's clearly tricking something. Oh man. He pushes him out. And of course he could stand. Like, of course he could. The classic evil betrayal. Like, I don't even need a wheelchair. I could just stand all the time. Yeah. I was just pretending to be in a wheelchair. Here we go. Classic pure evil. Man, I thought she would play him earlier. That took me for a trick because I felt that she was planning out the betrayal earlier, right? But then nothing happened. Yeah, nothing happened in episode 6, 7, whatever. Yeah. Nothing happened around here. Especially, you know, during the whole Tower of Betrayal where everyone was like, I'm a traitor. So I was waiting for her to betray him, right? I felt it for a while. It was like nothing happening. But yeah, that was a nice touch to it. Of course, he was in a wheelchair. It's like, I can't stand. Pushes him out. Why would she do it though? It's clearly a lot more to it, right? It's clearly a lot more to it, because why would she do it? Because they were winning anyway. It wasn't like she had to kick him out. Like, they were winning anyway, unless she wants to, of course, unless she hates him or something. Or, you know, it has to be something else, right? But yeah, that's a last betrayal. I mean, it felt to me, very iconic, right? Very iconic, I feel, because again, because the classic thing is to have a character pretending to be disabled, right? And actually I actually have another hand or something. I can grow out a new hand or whatever. Yeah. Oh man, let's go back immediately. That is clearly the scene there. There we go. Yeah. There we go. Like this scene here, right? Yeah, it's like, we're out. So man, this. You're sitting here. I have to say a little bit because trying to not get spoiled, right? But still get a lot of comments on, right? So that, right? And whatever, Twitter, Reddit, Twitch, whatever, and so on, right? Discord, whatever, right? People are always kind of like, oh, Rachel, she's gonna be a bad, it's kind of like that. Pete, so I have to say a little bit. I had it in my mind for a while, right? Generally, how people are acting around her, like, oh, she's gonna betray him, like she's gonna betray him, one day, right? Definitely. So, she finally did it. To me, that feels, it's like, I think this one more episode. Quit me if I'm wrong. Otherwise, I think it would be like a perfect ending of the anime, honestly. Like, you just end it with her betraying him. That would be like a perfect last episode of the anime. It's like, oh, she betrayed him. That would be like the end. That would have been a huge ending. It's like, this is the last episode. Go and read the manhwa, right? Yeah, she's a traitor. Damn, the end. But yeah, it's one more episode, yeah. One more episode. But I have to say, I kind of wish it was the last episode. Because this feels like a perfect ending of season 1, right? It's like betrayal. End. That would feel almost better to me, honestly. Even, of course, the happy we have more anime, but still, I think that would be like the ending, right? That would be an amazing ending. Go to the chat a bit here now, see if hopefully people aren't, yeah. Put F for Bam, yeah. Yes, F for Bam. Poor boy. But we finally had it there. It's a bad image again there. But again, finally happening. And I have to say that of course I'm happy there's one more episode. But at the same time, I mean, I'm not repetitive, but man, this scene being the last scene, I feel would have been the perfect ending. I mean, I'll say that now, I haven't seen it next weekend, but still though, like, here, end. No credits, this dead. That's like, over. Traitor. That's massive. But yeah, so, I don't know, but I said that a few weeks ago, right? With the whole red guy and the blood and so on. I said that. I was like, I don't believe that she actually is gonna be in the vision, right? I think she can heal that, or she's faking it, right? I said it earlier. I said it like 4 or 5 weeks ago, right? I was like, man, I don't trust this wheelchair thing. I don't trust it, right? So, on that sense, right? As I mentioned, right, of course, you've seen other animes, I've seen live action, right, whatever, right? Where it's a very classic thing where someone is in a wheelchair and they're like, oh, actually, I can walk, right? when they have to, it's like, actually, I am at full power always, or whatever, right? So, it's like an iconic betrayal scene, right? Iconic top 10 betrayals. Massive in that sense. What can you say more though? Well, you could wish he could use some power. I mean, I guess he's tired. I guess what could have happened otherwise is that he could either use some power or she could have asked. But I think about it, he's in a shock right there. So it doesn't really matter, I guess. I mean, I guess you could argue that Bam could like fly up again or something this episode, but I don't think so, right? Because he's clearly in a shock now. He's clearly gonna be in a shock after this thing. So being pushed out is gonna, of course, make him, be in such a shock, right? That he's gonna be like, like, what can I do now, right? Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I mean, a big scene finally betrayed him. What does it mean? What does it mean though? It's like, that's a weird to say. Sorry, I think it's more like, why would she betray him here, right? Because they were winning anyway, so there was no reason for her to betray him if she wanted to get to the next floor, right? Because they were getting to the next floor anyway. So I think it has to be with something else, right? Something we don't know about their past, how their powers work. So he has to kind of, obviously, Bam City has some massive powers, right? So kind of dark power, right? Whatever, right? Obviously, he has like a massive power, right? He has a massive power, right? And her name is like, was Michelle Light for a while. His name is Dark, right? So I'm thinking they have a kind of, juxtaposition of light and dark side, something like that. So it could be that she always hated him. Who knows, right? Something strange there. But I also think that generally, if we assume that her dream of seeing the stars is a complete lie, let's just assume that. Even though it fits her whole thing, because her name is like light, right? So like it wants to see the stars. But I assume it's false. And her real dream is to be like, she wants to be the king or something like that. She wants to take over the tower. She wants to become the Yahar, the next king or whatever, right? Something like that. And let's assume she's an irregular because she didn't actually lose. She didn't actually lose anything. So I think one thing we saw last week, right? They mentioned that you have to have a sad backstory to be able to be allowed into tower, right? But Rachel, what we know, did have a sad backstory. That probably makes her an irregular, even though it hasn't been said yet. So assuming she's an irregular, I could then imagine that she wants to, climb up, right, and become the queen then, I guess, of the tower, right? That could be a real dream. So if she kicks out Bam, he's gonna be, losing, and then she can have to fight for him. Otherwise, she'd be afraid he defeated, right, in the end, right, being not irregular. So that could be a thing too. But yeah, what an episode, because it's like something also happened in the anime. But I feel what everyone's gonna talk about is the Rachel thing. It's like we also had Princess Yuri and she was fighting and that was cool and so on. But it feels like, well, the last scene is where we waited for, right? So yeah, Yuri also appeared, right? She was really OP. She did some crazy stuff, and then the Rachel thing happened. So I forgot. It's kind of like nothing else happened, right? I know we're not deleting the screen afterwards. No. She can stand, yeah. But it was kind of like an interesting episode, I feel, in any kind of anime, right, when they do this stuff. So first you have this, the first 20 or so minutes, right, it's about Yuri, right, and of course Anaak and Endorsi. And Endorsi is like, as I said, of course, Endorsi, it's a call, right? Endorsi is like, I won't betray my friend, we are friends, we're gonna come together, right? And then Yuri appears, he saves them and the whole thing, right? So of course that was the episode, right? It's the last minute, it's like Rachel standing up and like, whoop, you're out. So yeah, so let's review what happened before the last part. Let me go back to Rachel again. But yeah, so Yuri appears, right? Yuri appears, she's super OP. I expected a little more fight, to be honest, but she just completely owned him, right? She was like, bep, 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 she was like going over there and being like, then she basically killed him with like, like used a poke at him. so that felt like a massive power creep in my opinion though, because he of course enters, right, the enforcer assassin, right? He enters and he's way stronger than the other two princes and fake princes, right? He's way stronger than them. They can't touch him, right? Then Yuri enters and she's like, oh, and he can't touch her, right? So it really is like we went from like a level 5 fight. Suddenly a level 50 mob appears, and then a level 100 hero appears, right? So it's like dunk, dunk, dunk. So yeah, she really owned him. It was entertaining, but it wasn't much of a fight, right? It wasn't much of a fight. It wasn't much of a fight. She just owned him. Yeah, I don't want to say more than that, right? There was the one punch man fight there. She was like, I can just touch you and you destroy by me, just breathing in your direction, right? And some comedy with Rack, I guess, in the episode as well. But I was thinking about we see the Coon family. We also had the Coon, yeah, very, a lot of things happening. A lot of things happened in the episode. Where was the Coon scene? But basically we had, of course, the Coon, right? And here he is, he appears, and they're talking about, do you want to see Princess Maria, right? So a lot of happened in this episode. This episode was filled to the brim, right? So we also have this other Coon family member, right? He looks exactly like Coon, right? More or less. But doesn't have the earrings, but otherwise, yeah, that's the shorter hair, right? But they're probably brothers, I guess. I don't think we have seen a little bit of his backstory, but we haven't really seen, I guess, all the characters, his family and so on, right? So maybe he's like a backup character. But I'm guessing like an older brother, a cousin, probably, his older brother, right? I think that's, older brother, Onishan. I think that's definitely most likely, right? Older brother. He appears. They clearly have some kind of, some beef, right? They have some, of course, so he's, he's an outcast. I'm also an outcast, and yeah, so they clearly have to go in there, right? And he was the one who turned off the cameras so they couldn't see Yuri's fight, which means he might be with Yuri. I was thinking that first, but I'm thinking about he seems to know, Princess Maria and so on. So I'm thinking like maybe he isn't actually with Yuri. He must be that, but it might also be a coincidence. I'm thinking that was like on my head. It might be a coincidence, right? Because he enters, it's like, I'm gonna turn off all the cameras so they can't see me, right? And by doing that, he also turns off the camera with Yuri is. That could be a thing. Because of course Yuri has hurt him, right? With, you know, with Evan and so on. So this guy, yeah, that might be a coincidence that he turned off the cameras at that moment. It looked like they were doing it for her, but actually he's also himself, right, infiltrating on the same time to talk to, yeah, so that I'm just thinking out loud, of course, but could be a thing there. And of course Coon hates him and so on. But I'm guessing an older brother, and that's, I don't know, that's probably gonna be worked upon later, right? A recurring theme in his family history. God, what more happened? There was so much thing happening. There was so much thing happening. But mainly, is, you know, yeah, okay, he figures out that he's, yeah, and clearly they figure out he's a I'm called traitor, but that he's actually working with the assassins. So they figured out that he's helping him, right, for some reason. And they clearly figured out too, it's like this guy's letting the assassin go, yeah. So he was clearly figuring that out. So intelligent character Evan is like, no, this guy is clearly lying and so on. Oh yeah, before Bam was betrayed, man, it happened so much episode, but before Bam was betrayed, he managed to unlock like a Kamiya thing instead, I guess. It's gonna be simple with it, but he managed to unlock some kind of golden magic, to say instead. That's new, I guess. Like he had a little orange color there. And I'm gonna assume, of course, that this yellow color gold thing it makes it stronger than just being blue, right? Like this thing here is probably you know, next level of that magic, right? So that's something too there. So let's talk about Rachel again then. Rachel the Betrayer. Tower of Betrayal. It's also, right, probably, I mean, I think that's like the most logical reasoning why she would betray him. This kind of thing, right? Because she's like, man, Bam, he got some crazy magic shit, right? And I wanna be the winner or something like that, right? So I'm gonna push him out, right? So I can take the power. And you could say that, well, maybe she's doing it to protect him. I mean, that could be the whole, you know, she actually loves him so much, she wants him to lose so he can climb and be safe or something like that. That could be a thing. But I think if that was a thing, why would she, you know, pretend to be injured and so on? It feels a little more sinister than that, right? But that could be it, I guess. If you give her that the absolute benefit of doubt, that she actually kicked him out to be like, I love you, so I will, you know, remove you from the tournament climbing shit, right? Potentially, but I don't think so. I don't think so at all. I mean, maybe, but I don't know. It seems far-fetched though. I'll say one with that. I could picture her being like, I want to conquer the tower, right? And then fix all the shit here. Then I can protect you, you know, if I am the queen, right? So, you know, yeah, that could be a thing, I guess. But no, I think this is more it, right? He has clearly, as you know, he's the main character. He has some special powers, right? He has this golden magic thing, or yellow, but it's called gold because it's cooler than yellow. So he has this golden magic power. And clearly she's like, I have to stop that shit, right? He's too powerful for me. He might have too much power, right? Because clearly, you know, Michelle Light or Rachel knows stuff that he doesn't know, right? When they were in the cave and so on. She clearly knows why they were there, probably knows about their powers, and she has probably, given that she's kind of the antagonist, but also like his, you know, call his dark, she's light, right? I would assume she has some other similar powers, right? But the other spectrum maybe. And she's like, no, this guy, he's gonna be too dangerous for me, right? And kicks him out. Something like that, yeah. Can definitely see more reasoning why she came out. But definitely an epic betrayal scene, right? Definitely an epic betrayal scene. Especially in the sense that she, how would I say it, right? Epic betrayal scene because it's like a pause scene too, right? Pause scenes, person of view, right? Perspective of views. It's also interesting. We can see this scene here, right? She's like, nope. I can stand, bitch. And it's like, no. And I can say that too. I see you comment people, but since YouTube has changed the rules of YouTube now, almost every comment people right now about the whole Rachel thing there gets, I have to manually allow your comments because YouTube has changed a few weeks ago, so they're always like preventing any kind of insults comments to be posted. So all your Rachel comments are kind of getting like censored since YouTube's new system. But whatever, yeah, this is, it's always powerful, right? It's always powerful to have this Uno reverse card. I don't know if it actually is an Uno reverse card though, because, I mean, he didn't actually do anything to her though. He was like, I love you. It's like, nope. So I don't know if it's like a reverse card. The reverse would be more like if he's trying to push her out, he's like, I can actually stand. That would be one thing if he was trying to push her out. with the wheelchair, and she was like, and she jumped over him and pushed him out instead. That would be more of a reverse card, I would say. This is more typical, backstab. Yeah, this is more like, nope, I could stand all along. But yeah, massive betrayal scene. So we only have one more episode, and it's gonna be really interesting to see then what Bam is gonna do, right? And I think next episode is gonna be mainly about I think next episode should be about Bam. Man, next episode is gonna be sad, right? It's gonna be Bam like crying and being like, she betrayed me, but I love her, or something, right? So I guess next episode is gonna be about him, he's like reflecting over the betrayal, I suppose. And sitting there being like, how could she do this to me? I lived for her, she was my light, right? And we lived together and I love her, and how could she betray me? That's probably gonna be the whole episode, right? Her, But yeah, that's great point too. Best skull, of course. My best skull. Great point there. Great point. Yeah, she appeared. Let's see if you can find her here. She appears in the last scene. The red top. Where is she? Man, there was somewhere in the end. Where was it? Maybe that was before the betrayal. Sorry. What was that scene? Evan clearly meets her, and he's like, "What is she doing here? That is strange." Where was that scene? Because she's clearly the most attractive girl in the anime. It's Wednesday, right? Redhead, yeah. Come on. No, but she's badass with her power and so on. The navigator's color. Where's that scene? Okay, so I can't find it. Oh, here it is. I couldn't find the scene first. Here it says minute 29. Okay, yeah, so 19 minutes in. So that scene was very interesting too, right? Because she's clearly been a character that has been lurking right in the background. That's been lurking in the background, right? And how would I say it? She's clearly, I think, much stronger, right? Than she seems to be, and she was like owning them easily, right? During that battle, she was owning them easily, right? And then Bam was like unlocking the, Sangatsu power up. It felt very Bleach to me. He was like, I'm losing, I better get Bankai or something. It felt very Bankai moment to me, right? His sword is like, hey boy, let's level up. Or something. Yeah, I was like, come on, I can't be the only one defeated, but he defeated her. Bam felt very Ichigo. He was like, I need a better sword ability. And his, MILF sword lady is like, yeah boy, let's team up. Right? And they're like, and they get a new and then cuts her face, right? But anyway, she's been clearly was a lot stronger than the other character at that time. She easily owned, Rack and so on, right? And since then, we kind of seen her in the background being like, oh, I don't care. Oh, whatever. I can just level up and so on. I can just do whatever I want. See her weapon there. So, yeah, she's also clearly one of those mysterious characters that will... but who is she guiding, right? Maybe she's working with Rachel then. But she's guiding someone else, right? Maybe not the princess. It seems definitely she's up to something, right? She was trying to hurt Rachel, though. I mean, she was the one trying to kill Rachel, right? And Bam saved her. So, I mean, I would assume that she's actually working with someone else. That, I'm gonna guess that she's working with someone we haven't seen yet, or someone that has maybe been hinted to, but we haven't actually seen them in really in action, right? And she's there to, like, I don't know, kill Rachel, maybe, or something like that, or try at least to kill Rachel, right? To prevent Rachel to be an obstacle for her princess or prince or whatever, right? In later on, right? Her irregular or something like that. That I could see be it. And that's why she tried to assassinate Rachel, basically. And then after that, she kind of quit and tried to use kind of, I don't know, infiltrate to kind of like get to know them or something like that for information. Something like that. But clearly Evan is like, why is she here? She's clearly probably way stronger, right? The redhead girl, she's the one we've been seeing earlier, yeah. So she's the one. The first time you see her, right? So if you don't remember, the first time you actually see her, right? She's in this completely black bodysuit, right? In this like Sentai bodysuit, right? With her huge knockers flopping around, basically, right? And she has her staff there. So it's the first time you see her. You don't actually see the hair at all, right? Which is kind of funny, right? Because when Bam cuts her face, her mask flies off and her hair is like, like she has no hair before that, and then her hair is like, oh, she actually has like a long red hair, like a lot of flowing red hair. So that mask was apparently somehow hiding all that red hair, right? It doesn't make any goddamn sense. But yeah, that mask was like preventing her like freaking like, this, that, a lot of that, whatever, magical mask hat thing to hide all that. To hide all her. But yeah, she appears as interesting, and but I definitely agree with you there. Jim the Watering. That is what I feel most too, right? With Rachel there. That my biggest thing with Rachel, I agree with that. Is that, like, what's her reasoning? Yeah, that's probably my biggest thing. Because as I mentioned, I did expect her to betray him eventually. Maybe not necessarily this episode. As I mentioned, I expected her to betray him earlier, actually, right? So I was like, she's gonna betray him probably, I felt, right? Somewhere season 1. As I said earlier as well, I guess I was expecting it more like next episode, like in last episode, right? But I digress. So, yeah, I felt that, especially I think because you are kind of expecting her betrayal eventually, the reasoning of her, the motivation of why she betrayed Bam is definitely, to me, also the most interesting part. More almost than the betrayal itself. I'm just like, yeah, like I'm expecting it more, like why would she betray him? What's the reasoning? What's her end goal? Like why would she? Why don't use it? But that's one thing too that is very strange with the whole Rachel betrayal thing, the betrayal thing. That it's like they were winning, right? So it wasn't like she betrayed him in, let's say, the King of the Hill thing. She's like, if I stab him now, I get first place and I can move on, right? In this betrayal scene, actually, him, they were winning, right? So there was no reason for her to actually betray him from like a gameplay aspect, right, of this specific gameplay, because they were gonna win the game anyway. So betraying him didn't actually, benefit her herself at all, right? It didn't actually benefit her doing the betrayal, not for this specific game. Of course, if she wants to kill him, right, if she wants to win this thing, if she wants to win the whole tower thing and so on, right, then it benefits her of betraying him at this position, right? But in this current game, this didn't. She gained nothing from this betrayal. So it really is like, why would she betray him now? Like, why would she betray him at this location? Is it to kill him? Is it to ruin him? Yeah. No, but they're gonna end it with next episode, right? One more episode, and maybe next episode will then reveal her. But I will get thinking, I'm a blind reactor. I haven't read the manga, right? I mean, if next episode explains her betrayal, I think that would be shocking to me almost more. I expect, right, that we have to sit here and wait now for season 2, right? I expect that we have to wait for the manhwa, yeah. But you know what I mean? I think that her motivation is probably not explained until, I don't know, chapter 378 or something, right? I don't think this betrayal scene is gonna be explained in a very long time, right? Which makes sense, right? Because if you have the love into the main character betraying the main character, you usually want that betrayal thing to be, so the reader, or the watcher in this case, wants to come back and read and watch more episodes, so you figure out what's gonna happen, right? So you don't want to just have this massive betrayal scene and then immediately reveal why the betrayal was happening, right? So of course you're gonna like. But I think that Bam is falling more because it's like, like an emotional thing, right? I think Bam is falling because, he's just like, my life is over. I think, yeah, because I think too. When Bam is falling into the water, let's assume she didn't betray him, but let's assume someone pushed him out, or I don't know, someone else. But you know what I mean? Like someone else did something, not a betrayal, but like the bull thing did it. I would assume you can use your magic to like repel yourself upwards and fly with your magic and so on, as you saw Lorraine doing, right? But in the water, it should be even easier to fly with your magic. The reason he's not doing it, I assume, because he's so hard, his soul, she broke his heart, right? So currently he can't fly with his magic because he's so heartbroken, which makes sense, right? So I think that is like why he can't fly in the water. Otherwise, maybe next week, right? Maybe he's gonna fly after her again, but I very much doubt it because he's gonna be so heartbroken. But otherwise, from like a technical aspect, I think he should have the power to kind of repel himself with the water, right, and fly up like a rocket up to her again. And that maybe he's gonna do it anyway. Just he doesn't lose the tournament or the game thing. Maybe he's gonna fly up there so he doesn't lose the actual the game itself, right? But yeah, that's the Betrayal. Not how much more to say, guys. Not how much more to say. That's the Betrayal. Very interesting episode, right? As I mentioned, I felt that we have the episode is all about Yuri, right? I named the episode Yuri. I'm gonna go back and retitle the episode because obviously the reaction and the review now is more about racial, right? So yeah, whatever. But it's definitely that's the big thing, right? To have this like, the whole episode is mostly about this woman, right? She owes this guy, and we have a little bit of Coon family thing. So on, right, and then in the very last minute, it's like, actually, it's a Rachel episode now. The very last minute there, Rachel steals the episode. Like, actually, this is my episode. So poor Princess Yuri, she was doing like a One Punch Man stuff there for the first 20 minutes, and then I'm just like, oh yeah, Princess Yuri, she was also in the episode, whatever, man. Yeah, he might be exhausted, but I think primarily, right, that's true that Bam is also probably tired and they have some kind of like a pool of magic power, like a mana pool, whatever, right? But he's, I think it's more about that he's heartbroken, right? He's mentally shocked, right? The woman he loves just betrayed him. And also, as I mentioned, I think one thing too that makes it extra worse, right, which you can't forget again, I've said it again here, but is that she betrayed him for no reason to, right? Because for no reason, she betrayed him. Like, ha, we won. Oh no, you did it. It's like, yeah, like, why are you betraying me now for? I think that's a big thing here, right? Because think about that King of the Hill fight where they were not teammates, but they were fighting for that crown, right? If she had betrayed him there, it would have been a little more like, she's betraying him because she wants the King of the Hill crown, right? That would have been a little more understandable. She would betray him for this, specific game, right? But now she betrayed him when they already won, and she's like, fuck you. Pushes him out. So I mean, this betrayal is a lot more sinister. It's a lot more evil because it's like, why are you betraying me for now, woman? Like we were winning. We were in the same team, Because previously they have been in different teams, right? At different aspects, right? In different angles. But if she betrayed him during the whole Hoy thing, right? With the knife thing, that also could be a little more understandable, right? Because kind of like they had only a number of positions to get to the next floor and so on. If you betrayed him there, it would also be a little more like, okay, I should betray him and, whatever. But here it's more like, we won. Nope. So, yeah, but I guess, like I said, that's my last thing I say again there. I think this betrayal has to be that because she's afraid of him, right, for his power and so on, for the end game. Right? It has to be that for me, at least. I think that only makes sense to me that it has to be a betrayal for the end game, right? Like, she's like, in 50 floors from now, whatever, 105,000 floors from now, I wanna be the queen or something, right? And you're gonna be an obstacle for me, right? So I'm gonna betray you now. That's the only thing that's the thing I would think is the most reasonable explanation, right? She's like, yes, we're winning currently, but you're gonna be an issue for me in in later on in this climbing, right? That's why I have to kill you now, right? I think that's the only thing that makes any sense. Or this, whole like, I love you so much, I want to protect you from climbing or something. But I don't know. I hope it doesn't go that way. I hope it doesn't go into that she's doing it out of love. I hope it's not going that. I hope it's not going that way. I hope it's going, as I mentioned, right, into some much more sinister plan, right? And I have to this thing too. The anime is ending here, right? But I have to this thing here. I hope to God that her whole seeing the stars is a lie. I hope her whole idea, right, of seeing the stars is a lie, right? And it's like, I want to see the stars. I hope it's completely bullshit, and she actually wants to, I don't know, conquer the planet or take over the universe, something much more evil, right? I hope something else. This is like, I want to see the stars, so I've betrayed my love interest. I'm like, man, that seems very, I don't know, this is very, very, very evil to betray someone so you can watch the freaking stars, right? So definitely, hopefully, it's something else, I would hope. Or maybe the whole star thing is like an end of something, right? Maybe the whole stars is like a point that if you're top of the tower, you can see the stars. Touch a star, you become the tower's ruler or something. Maybe the whole star thing actually means something else, right? I'm throwing it out there, right? But anyway, that's the reaction, guys. That's the review of Tower of God. That was like a big twist in the end there, definitely. So anyway, I'll see you guys next week with, of course, the final episode. So for that, tomorrow we're doing. I'm doing on a video tomorrow actually about how to. It's gonna be a little more educational video about Japanese language. So I speak Japanese. We'll talk about that tomorrow. So next reaction will be on Saturday. The Kaguya-sama, of course, on Saturday. So anyway, subscribe, hit the like button, and have a great day. Oof, it's like a big episode.